Quality of food is pie science here. Biosamples. Yeah, sure. Sure, I'll spend biosamples on food. Sure, why not? You know, it's just lead and titanium and steel and glass. It's glass, right? What is it? Yeah, it's lead, titanium, glass, steel for the thingies. Yes, 200 hours in and no pie science. Sure, yeah. Yes, 222. 222. Almost 223 hours in. Two belts for that. Also, stuff for the steam. Steam, glorious steam. Where, please tell me, I usually always carry around. Why am I not carrying around boilers? Boilers! Standard, vanilla, stupid boilers. Okay. Plans. Schemes. Schemes. Scheming. Processing. We are going to do things. And things will be glorious. We will do the things, and they will be absolutely 100% glorious. There will be no claiming of otherwise. We will move this by 1. Community just got to Pi Science at 300 hours, and yeah, you have how many brains are operating on that server? How many hands do you have working on that server in 300 hours to get to Pi Science? I think you're at a very different scale though, so there's that too. You're also doing things on a much grander scale, I think. Yes, there. In case you didn't know, there is a Pi community server. It is part of the community Discord server. There is a Pi community Discord, and yeah, it's a thing. It exists. It exists. The person who runs the community Discord is the one that actually runs the community server. That is open to folks. I do not. I do not. That server. I am not a person who does the multiplayer. I do not do the multiplayer type things, so I am not there. Auto-saving. So that Tholin's Mark III is just about done. So, hey, formaldehyde! I can officially switch over to Tholin-based formaldehyde before you force us to do things at huge scale with the stupid moondrops. So hey, I now have an alternative to formaldehyde once the change to moondrops happens. Haha. Haha! More logistics slots, please. That would be fantastic. let's see. So I need like you, you. All of this stuff to move. Okay, stone. Why did I do that there? I don't know. Stone. And coke. You're not messing with the methane output? Good. Good. I mean, yeah, it's... So the Moondrop greenhouses are... Yeah, they inherently have low output anyway. So even... It's like you don't even need to adjust it that much when doing the transition over to the the actual flowers mechanics. Doesn't need that much of a change overall in terms of the actual output. Alright, and then I guess I'll follow the pattern. Oops. Belt logistics. Hope you like belt logistics. There we go. There's the offloading from the trains. Okay, it doesn't really matter what's what here. I'll make that the stone. Coke. The other two is further processing. But, yes, this will be the stone wool happening. Moving! It's moving! Which means... Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, that's happening. My inventory is not going to enjoy this very much. Yeah, my inventory does not like me right now for doing this. But it must be done. It must be done. Kill all this crap from my inventory. That would be great. Well, with 6 minutes left today, what have we actually gotten done over the course of the day? Well, I have finally transitioned the stone wool. Like, that's finally happened. Let's see if I can at least get the light oil and nurseries and FTS. Oh, hello, tech. Yeah, more logistic slots. Okay, that's those 6. It was... How many on the FTS? 3? 1, 2, 3. I highly doubt they can be next to each other. And then... What was it? Light oil, right. Where's the light oil? In the car. Light oil in the car. There we go. Light oil refinery. Making me some glorious stuff and things. And I need this for the initial stuff. But it will loop back enough to keep going. We are doing this glorious recipe. I'm just aligning. Don't mind me while I align. And do I have any electrolyzers? I don't think so. Oh, I do. Hey! Electrolyzers! Glorious, beautiful electrolyzers. I need 75? It's like 2. It's like 2. Alright. These now void more, so one was fine initially, but now they void even more. Oh. I'll have to, sure. Yeah, stretch. Use that niobium pipe, stretch. Okay, you will get from the car. Relesia and Faugi. You need... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Can it even? It can. Thank God. Okay. I was just about to say, so stack size matters. Might matter. Oh boy. Alright. Give me water. Give me power. That's moving. That's giving me the initial bump in that. This needs the tin chromium alloy. Which is you. Yes, this will be magnificently ugly. You need the chromium. Oh boy. Oh boy. One more. At least one more. Back. I need that space. Spacing. Spacing is important. In case you didn't know. Spacing is very, very, very important. As is what these will make, which is this stuff. I know we have like a minute left, but we're gonna get this as close to done as possible. Might not get all of the logistics finished on this. Spacing. Spacing is everything. Okay, that... It'll need inputs, outputs, all that good stuff. Okay. I'll note that I'm doing this blind because these FTS reactors are stupid big, tall on their sprites. Alright, you've got that. Tailings ponds! So, remember what I talked about on tailings ponds. It's always a good idea to keep a stack of those around, at all times. I have not kept the stack around. Oops. Oh, there. There we go. Glorious tailings pond. Okay, good. Now, in theory, as long as I connect this up, and somehow, I need chromium. Okay. Chromium. No, not that. Hello, everyone. I'm about to end. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that, gentlemen's thoughts. You have just arrived for the end. For the very end, where I will be probably just manually shoving in here some cadaveric aurum just to say that we've gotten non-zero amounts of the gases. It's not enough! Alright, I'll do the actual logistics. Okay, we'll do the actual logistics, sort of. We still need to do the final transfer, but for now, this will function. Why do I have two? No, it's the same. It's the same. It's not two separate clock mods. It's the one mod, just with an extra UI. This is Bob's clock mod, which it's to show the playtime here. That's it. It just happens to do this time twice. But hey, we've got non-zero sulfuric acid. Non-zero arum-based sulfuric acid. Yay. Where's my tanks? Where's my tanks? Do I not have tanks on my bar? Apparently not anymore. How about here? Am I carrying any tanks? I'm not carrying any tanks. Oops. Oh well. Tanks? Any tanks in here? No? Fine. Fine. We're done. Yeah, it would be nice to have a actual playtime that takes into account game speed, like real-time passage, but, so yeah! Yeah, yay? Can we say yay? With a question mark? Why do you, like, not move? Why you no move? Probably I need, like, just some more stuff. Oh gosh, a raid! A raid, I'm just ending! Or I was ending, like, right now. Oh, hi. Hello. Hello, raid of 11. OMG. Hi. I guess I'm not exactly ending. I guess I'm not exactly ending, am I? Hello. And welcome. Yes, non-zero of raids has happened. So I've just been working on, like, sulfuric acid production here in Pi Alien Life through the power Through the power of cadaveric aurum. Thank you so much for the follow as I autosave right here. Wow, thank you. Yes, thank you for not ending yet. So I was like just at the point where I need to like do the final-ish logistics on stuff. Oh gosh, the follows. The follows are happening. They're happening. Oh boy. We've got follows. They're happening. All right. So this can be removed. This can be removed. Step 1. Which means we're now feeding directly into that. Get this put off on the thing. So stuff and things. Yes, add 5 minutes of stream per follow. Oh boy, that would be a thing, a plan maybe. But I guess I'm finishing this build now. Congratulations, the build is done now. But I still need a train station that does like the sulfuric acid offloading. That's what I have left here. So let's talk about what got done today, because we're sort of at the end of the stream. But what got done today? So the base. Just hey, if you haven't watched and seen my stream, the base. You took all day to build the Pi Red Science setup. Say hello to a little bit after Red Science to your Green Science world. We are in Green Science right now. Just a little bit after the Red. So the whole main bus setup was getting into Green Science plus a little tiny bit more, but yeah, like getting all the circuits automated and all that, getting through our first life. So you're saying that you took the whole day here and you got to a setup for Red Science. Well, congratulations. You've gotten all of like this type of stuff done with the wood and the seaweed and the latex through the sodium alginate and the formic acid and the saps and all of that. So congratulations, you got through like the agar and stuff and the petri dishes into cellulose for the substrate, so that you've got now some Red Science. Well, after getting Red Science, from there, you need the Nexilate. You need Nexilate, a little bit of it for some of the buildings going forward. You need plastic. You need plastic now, going forward at Red Science, and you also need to start thinking about your first creatures. You also only have one Red Science factory? Yes, I have one building making Red Science. One. That's, this, like this, one. Primarily because everything that's involved in Red Science is involved in several other processes down the line, not just Red Science. It's you need to overproduce on everything that's used to make Red Science, because everything that's used to make Red Science, the ending type product things, also are used in other things in going into Green Science. In particular, you need you're going to go into creatures next, which is Vraux. It'll soon also be Moondrops for the Moondrop greenhouses. You need Vraux to get Augs to get urea to automate your circuits. So you'll need your Vraux for the Vraux cocoons to make cDNA, to make the your first Aug, to get Augs to get manure, and then you can go into your circuit full automation at that point. But you also need circuits. You also need circuits to get the first aug. So you have to like use handcrafted circuits to get your first aug, which is crazy. All of this up to this point, like this here, this is standard base Factorio Pi suite circuits. Like this right here, right now, all of this is just Pi circuits, Pi circuit ones, right? All of this is just Pi circuit ones. This is normal without Pi Alien Life. Pi Alien Life adds this. This. 2 circuits. And like in this, hey, it's green science. One green science. So the thing with the green science with Alien Life is that by the time you've automated circuits, by the time you've like automated the augs and the circuits, you will have everything automated for green science, so it's just do the final logistics to get the green science, because you will have made everything for green science by the time you finish the automation of circuits. So there's that to look forward to. That is a huge milestone, just getting into circuits and green science now. And from green science, then it's railroads. Then you're railroading, then you're outposting, scaling out into oblivion. You're making your mall, you're getting your first robots and doing all of that beautiful stuff, and a whole bunch of new life opens up. So from there, it's just like just big expansion everywhere. And of course, King Arthur wants folks to use caravans because, well, that's the thing that they did the most work on is caravans. So what we got done over the course of the day today, for my stream for the past 3 hours ish. So over the course of about 3 hours, I've sort of just not done a lot, honestly. We've got this particular flower called the cadaveric arum. I was waiting on a positive feedback loop to give me enough modules of the flowers to feed as many buildings as I needed them in, to have as much modules as I needed the buildings. I needed to build stone wool for the recipe that I wanted. Until I got stone wool, I was using a slower recipe that did not involve stone wool. It was sand and coal gas and seeds to give me cadaveric arum. Well, what do you use the cadaveric arum for when you have it? Well, it is used, in my case, to make acid gas. The acid gas, when combined with petroleum gas, is being used to make sulfuric acid, because the ratio is amazing. And it gives this particular process, converting petroleum gas plus acid gas plus water into sulfuric acid, happens to produce a little bit more aromatics than the aromatics on the petroleum gas. So you will have enough aromatics to keep it going without having to have a dedicated aromatics setup. It will produce enough aromatics to keep the petroleum going. So really what you have here is a chromium in. It's chromium plus acid gas into a lot of sulfuric. That's basically what this process is. It's just chromium and acid gas into sulfuric acid. And this is one of the better processes here. So this is what we have worked on today, and we've been setting up a train requester station with a mod called Train Supply Manager to bring stuff in that I need to do this. What I have to do next is set up a train station to get sulfuric acid out onto my train network, because where I'm at right now is I am trying to process this stuff called rare earth ore. That is what I am doing next. I am processing rare earth ore. In fact, I'm processing only one of these mines on rare earth bolides. So the rare earth ore, it's used for many things. In particular, it's going to be used for circuit 2s as its big thing. But it's also going to be needed for several of the other creatures that we need, because we need this stuff called artificial blood, and that has its own can of worms and chains and stuff. So this this is ultimately going to lead to more creatures. It's ultimately going to lead to more creatures in the end. That's where we're at. So I built this today while waiting on some of the Aurum to happen, which is the rare earth processing chain. You've got your ore, you're jaw crushing the ore, you're powderizing the ore, and then creating a mud, which I'm realizing, oh hey, I've got absolutely no logistics on the pipes done on this. This goes into a mud. It then goes into a slurry. It needs organic solvent. It needs sulfuric acid, and it needs ammonia. So yeah, it needs all these things. It needs all these things. That's why I'm getting ammonia and organic solvent out of syngas and acetone, out of tholins. Yeah. So lots of stuff. Lots of stuff today. So lots of stuff has happened today. The slurry will go into a solution. The solution will go into a solid that will be converted into oxides. There's lots of byproducts here that I avoid. That's it's like, hey, this 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 processes one miner. So this is 1 plus all of this. All of this and all of this is 1 miner. And yes, it's experience and time that that gets me to the point of I can keep track of everything in this space. I know what everything is for, and like how much is being produced everywhere. Like for example, all the way out here, this bone meal is doing absolutely nothing because I ended up not actually doing anything that requires the bone meal yet. So I spent time, lots of time, making Ulrich, making horses to slaughter into bone meal, and I'm doing absolutely nothing with the bone meal yet. It's just sitting here. It's just sitting here. 80,000 units of bone meal, all backed up. All the caged Ulrich is like backing up, filling a cage of horses. That's exactly what I asked, Bold Viking. The first thing I realized with the horses, it's, can we make glue out of them? No, they're used for they're used for horses. That's what they're used for bone meal. That's their primary output, is the bone meal. So and then the bone meal, as I use the mod, what is it really used for? For what is the bone meal used for? The bone meal I had planned on using for organic solvent, but I did another method of getting organic solvent. The bone meal primarily is biological sample 1s. Biological sample 1s is really what'll be the long-term stuff. Oh hey, I have a blue science. What do I want next? just something at random, I guess, at this point. Don't I really don't care. More trash lots, sir. Sure, go do the thing. So I have blue science. Like you I don't I simultaneously do not and do have blue science because there is a building that you must bow before. You must bow before this building. This building is called the Vat Brain Biocomputer. It wants you to bow before it, and it basically allows you to convert science packs into a higher level science. So in this case, you are spending red science, green science, Nextlit brains, small parts, crude oil, and this stuff called fetal serum to make a very low amount of blue science. A very slow process, very few units, but in terms of the scale of time that we spend playing, we end up getting some amounts of blue science. So, yes, the Vat Brain is a glorious thing that must be bowed before, because it is wonderful and beautiful, and allows you to pick up texts before you otherwise would be able to really get them. So my hunt right now, because I do have some production of fetal serum. Fetal serum is out of, oddly enough, it's out of guts, silver, and glassware to make fetal serum. That unlocks a few creatures. Including the caravans that you were just talking about. It's basically Augs. Basically, just a slightly different creature that is the caravans, and that's like a... imagine if biters wore backpacks and could move stuff between one location and another. Like, if you could tell them to pick up from one spot to deliver to another, just that they're basically just slow biters with backpacks. Just because that's the AI that they're using to move from one location to another is the biter AI. They're just these big hulking creatures that have a crate on their back to take stuff from one location to another. Can be slightly buggy, but they do exist. They do exist. Now the fetal serum is used for Muckmo, along with artificial blood. It's used for It's used for Ulrich. Ulrich needed fetal serum, I think. It needed something or other. It needed something. Water, maybe? I don't really remember. It's used for something. What was it used for? Oh, it's used for sponge. Spoon. No, that was also water. Like what was like just fetal serum used for? Oh, this stuff. Ziffo. Zehifo that I'm doing nothing with. Nothing with. And these guys will need the artificial blood. The zipper will need the artificial blood too. So a lot of the creatures available to you at green science. Once you do to green science, a lot of the next phase of animals are going to need artificial blood. And that is basically what I've been working on over the last few streams. So that is the key here is ultimately things are leading into artificial blood. And yeah, I've got like a whole bunch of data arrays. I've got like a whole bunch of like the botanical nurseries to make our first plants, which, by the way, word of warning, when you do get plants, you need several cycles of the first plant recipe to actually start your positive feedback loops, because plants need seeds to grow, as well as a copy of the plant for the actual module slot in the building. So for Relesia, you need to do 3 minimum crafts of Relesia. Like 3 minimum crafts of Relesia to get enough for the first craft of seeds and enough for having at least one module to get the process moving in here, and then it's a positive feedback loop. It's a lot faster. How safe and reliable are the caravans for transport? Well, they work ideally, and they move a full stack, but they're not going to be even remotely as efficient as trains. They're not nearly as efficient as trains. So yeah, that's a thing. And yeah, chances are the trains will probably kill them. So yeah, that's another thing. Trains probably will kill caravans if they path over train tracks. So anyway, I think that's going to be the end for today. When I do return on Tuesday with more, I have to set up the sulfuric acid supply station and yard, that like depot. So that will exist somewhere over in this general vicinity, and escape out here. And yeah, that'll then after that I will have to I will need to have a train station input out here for that sulfuric acid. So sulfuric acid will need to be brought in over here, and then I'll have rare earth oxide, and then I'll have rare earth oxide as well as rare earth ores, so then I can start making cobalt processing. Cobalt processing is the next thing that needs to be done going towards artificial blood, because for some reason you need a form of cobalt fluoride, I think is the thing. Is Yeah, cobalt fluoride is used for this stuff called Flutec PP6 that's used in the artificial blood. So the artificial blood is albumin and Flutec PP6. The albumin is just blood. Blood makes albumin, but it's this stuff. This Flutec. The Decalin is simple enough. It's just next to the titanium aromatics and hydrogen. It's the cobalt fluoride that's extract, rare earth oxides, acid gas, and hot air. And the cobalt extract is mixed ores and cyanic, which is rare earth ore. So chains of things. I would highly suggest Hellmod. As, you know, something to make life significantly easier, as well as what is it really used for. And to-do list. And to-do list. These three things will help dramatically when playing the Pi Suite, especially with Pi Alien Life. So, with that, I would like to thank you all for watching. Thank you so much for the raid, Bold Viking, as well as the follows that have happened thus far. Those 3 follows. If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you are so inclined, head on over to twitch.tv/Otaku Showboat to leave a follow to be notified when I go live, Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, from 10 a.m. to approximately 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, he says at 1:30 p.m. You can do all of the social stuff through the links below the video, no matter where you're watching, including supporting Pyanodon's mods development at patreon.com/Pyanodon and myself at patreon.com/Otaku Showboat. We will, of course, be back on Tuesday to finish off this rare earth stuff. Hopefully, maybe, fingers crossed, see non-zero amounts of artificial blood. Hopefully, I would like to be finished with that, and we'll be in a nice little position to then go into our stainless steel. Like, then it's stainless steel and aramid and moly is actually next, molybdenum processing, into stainless steel and aramid and all that. So I will, of course, see you all then.